The Emperor demands perfection.
So that's why I'm 100%ing Space Marine 2. The game has a total of 50 achievements and has a campaign, so that's where we start. For those who don't know, Warhammer 40k is set in the 41st millennium, where humanity fights endless wars against its enemies. Space Marines being the poster boys of the Imperium, who are genetically enhanced superhumans. We play as Titus, once an Ultramarine. He now serves as a Black Shield in a Death Watch. Titus and his team are sent to Kadaku, where a Tyranid invasion happens. Our mission is to launch Corona into the air to kill the Tyranid. Our squad dies to simple Hermagants, but Titus managed to launch the virus and get fatally wounded. The Inquisition saves us by giving us new organs, and they also give us back our title as an Ultramarine for service in Kadaku, which gives us an achievement for becoming a Primaris. We get a new squad and get sent to Kadaku again to protect anti-air weapons, so they can destroy a hive ship.
After a fun and relaxing workday for the Emperor, with no near-death experiences, we managed to destroy the hive ship and even get a achievement.
When we get back to the ship, we learn that the senior IT support of a research station doesn't want to leave without his robot waifu research program. So now we have to get back again to retrieve it. He gets his research project back, but apparently the Tyranids also really wanted the project, so his ship gets shot down. Titus and his squad get to the crash site and find out that everyone in the ship is dead, and that apparently Chaos has been the reason. I really hope it's Slanesh and that the main enemies we are gonna fight are Demonids. I think that would fit the story really well. Anyways, we get a achievement. We learn that his apprentice also knows how to build the project, so we go to his last position, which was on Avarax. We figure out where he is and that the waifu is also a weapon, and that Titus is against it because it uses a artifact he has seen before. While trying to get to the apprentice, we get ambushed by the Thousand Suns, a Chaos heretic faction. We fight our way through, save the apprentice, and get another achievement. Titus wants to transmit a signal to one of the dangers of the weapon, so we make our way through Avarax to a Tyranid-infested relay. While fighting, we get a achievement for killing 100 enemies through environmental hazards. The relay operator turns out to be a heretic, so we defeat him and get a achievement. After getting back, we learn that the project is now overrun by Chaos and that Titus was right. So we get sent to Demirium to stop Lewis from enabling the weapon. Before that, we speak to the chaplain for a achievement. He really looks evil, making me doubt that we might not be the good guys. Anyways, we jump out of the aircraft to land on the battlefield. On our way down, we hit 10 objects for another achievement. While fighting our way through to the weapon, we get a achievement for getting 50 unique finishers. You can do this by getting a enemy low and pressing E. This will start a random enemy specific animation. We can't stop the apprentice from turning the weapon on, and it turns out that Lewis was controlled by Chaos. And instead of building a weapon to destroy Chaos, he created a giant warp gate so Chaos can spawn. But on the bright side, we get a achievement. Titus and his squad still manage to close the portal and follow the main villain into the warp. We defeat him and get a nice happy ending. Before doing all of the cleanup, I decided to do the totally not broken PvP mode, where there is definitely not a meta. The PvP mode has a total of 6 achievements, which are all pretty easy to get. The first is for winning a match, and then 3 for completing 10 matches in all game modes. The first mode is Annihilation. Whichever team gets the required kills first wins. The second mode is Capture and Control, where you and your team have to stand in a zone to get points. This is also the mode where I got a achievement for getting a 5er kill streak, and the third for winning with every class. I will talk about the classes some more in the PvE section. And the last mode is Seize Ground, where there are 3 zones across the map, and however many zones your team controls, you get points for. Before I did the PvE mode, I decided to go back through the campaign to get all of the data states I missed. These are audio logs that are scattered around the campaign and that are this game's version of collectibles. Doing that, I got a achievement for getting 100 kills with Righteous Fury, which is a special ability of Titus where he turns into Henry Cavill and does more damage for a certain time. Now to the PvE mode operations. First I have to beat the 6 missions for 1 achievement each. These missions run parallel to the main campaign. In these you can also find data slates, so while I did off the operation, I tried to get these as well. And each class also has a specific achievement in operations. But first let's talk about how the actual progression in PvE works. Basically your class unlocks perks when it gets a level up, and you have to choose which ones you want. If you reach max level, there are also prestige perks. The weapons also need a certain amount of XP to advance to the next rarity, but then to unlock those rarities you have to use currency you find throughout the missions. The weapons have different variants, so you have to choose one that fits your build best. Weapons can also have perks you unlock by using mastery points. You get those for fully leveling up a weapon variant. For the first operation, we had to sabotage a Promethium refinery so it would explode and kill a bunch of Tyranids. In the second one, you had to kill a Hive Tyrant. This is also a good point to mention that you need to mark every enemy type for another achievement because the Hive Tyrant counts as one too. For the third, you had to destroy a Vox Jammer. Here I also got the first class specific achievement. With the Heavy, you have to kill 500 enemies while aiming. For the Heavy, this means he shoots faster, but can't move quickly or dodge or parry. I also got another achievement for killing 5 enemies while they are calling for reinforcements. Or surrendering, I don't know, I don't speak Heretic. The fourth operation had us kill Helldrake, which was the last enemy for the Purge Them All achievement. For the fifth operation, we had to power up an old ship so it flies into a giant heretic structure. This is also the operation where I got 250 headshots with the sniper class for its specific achievement. For the last mission, you had to launch a bomb. Also in this mission, I got a achievement for 1000 Tyranid kills in operations. And since this is the last one, I also got a achievement for all data slates. I then decided to continue the class-specific achievement, starting with Bulwark. He has a huge shield and specializes in melee combat. With him, you had to get 100 kills with all melee weapons. The next class is Vanguard. He has a grapple and plays fairly fast-paced. While doing the achievements for Vanguard, I got 2 achievements. One for picking up 200 items and one for killing 100 chaos servants. For Vanguard, you have to get 100 gun strikes. You get them by perfect dodging enemies and then dealing them a crit shot with your sidearm. I then took a break to return to 2 campaign missions to get 2 achievements that would be really annoying in operations. The first for getting a Ravender to release a squad mate. This can be done alone. You have to find one and right before he grabs you, you throw a grenade to your feet so it will damage him and he will release you. I got the second achievement for hitting a Lictor before he attacks you. There is a good opportunity in Mission 4. He will always be at the same location, so you can just shoot him. Getting those out of the way, I went back to the PvE mode. I got the class-specific achievement for Assault. Here's a jetpack, and you have to land on 500 enemies. The last class is the Tactical. He is just a standard Space Marine. With him, you have to kill 25 enemies with every primary weapon. And that's all of the class-specific achievements. I then choose the Vanguard class to max out for another 3 achievements. During that, I got a achievement for beating a operation on Ruthless difficulty, and one for fully customizing a class. In operations with Chaos Forces, I also got a achievement for perfectly parrying a Terminator. And then I managed to get the class, melee, and ranged weapon to max level for 3 different achievements. Before doing the actual grind for the last 2 achievements, I went back to the campaign to get one more achievement for killing a sorceress while he's reviving a marine. I couldn't get this achievement in my normal playthrough because it appears the sorceress only revives marines on veteran difficulty or higher. Now to the grind. For a achievement you have to kill 20,000 and for the last one 40,000 enemies. For reference, doing all of the other achievements got me around 18,000. But there's a good farm. In the second operation, as long as you don't detonate the bomb, you will get swamped by infinite enemies. So I did that for a few hours and got the last 2 achievements. And with that I 100%ed Space Marine 2. Thanks for watching.